League. Let me say that again. We're promoted to the Premier League. Baby. Let's go. Leeds United, Premier League next season. Us against the world. We know how it is, yeah. I don't care. I've seen so many people from other fans of everyone being like, Leeds are coming straight back down. No. You know nothing. You know nothing because you look at the recruitment. Let's talk about the recruitment that the 49ers. Let's look at the recruitment that we have actually done. Let's just look at that recruitment that we've done. Tanaka for $3 million. I mean, Premier League quality player in my opinion. Joe Rodon, $10 million. I mean, the loan first. We could talk about that. We loaned him. We got him on loan first, and then bought him. Good. Fine. You look at this team and you look at the recruitment that everyone... Rothwell came in as our fourth choice midfielder. Fourth choice, yeah? And look what's happened. You bring him in as our fourth choice, 2 injuries to our 2 midfielders. Oh, Tanaka and Rothwell, go on. And look at them. They've shown they got the quality. They've shown it. Now, I probably don't want Rothwell in the Premier League. That's in my opinion. I think we can get someone better than Rothwell as that other choice in midfield. But I'm happy. I am so happy and I'm so excited for the Premier League and I'm so excited to talk about transfers and all that. But today, of course, we got to talk about the game. I mean, it's all party about celebration, about the promotion and all that. And we all know that. We're going to be celebrating promotion and all that. But, like, it's not just the promotion for me. Look at it. Look at that game. We just won 6-0. We just absolutely dominated and won 6-0 against Stoke. Like, I mean, oh my God. Let's go back and talk about what Daniel Farke had to say after the match. The first thing he had to say, he said, how the lads have handled this crunch period, the way we have played, the spirit, the quality, and the consistency in the results. Clean sheets, Stoke in a red-hot form, unbeaten for a while, very experienced manager. Win was never in doubt. I mean, that performance was amazing, right? And everything he says here, right? These are the type of games where previously Leeds United would struggle. The games where you could get promoted today and you're against a team like Stoke. You're like, it's going to be a very tight, close game. We don't normally blow teams out the water like that and beat them 6-0 like that. We absolutely dominated our performance and won 6-0, right? Like, we don't normally see that in a game where, this big things are on the line, promotion on the line. The next thing Daniel Farke had to say is talking about the striker. He said, as a striker, there are dry periods over 46 games. There can be dips in form. Got himself out of this. Has been getting chances, waiting for the ketchup bottle to flow. His workload and involvement were priceless for us. I mean, Pirro, 4 goals, Joel Pirro. What a performance he had, Joel Pirro. 4 goals. I mean, he had a lot of chances in the other game, the last game at Ellen Road, didn't he, as well? He had a lot of chances and he couldn't put any in the back of the net. The last 8 games, he's been saving all of his goals from the last 8 games for this game against Stoke. Like, unbelievable, Pirro, that performance. Like, all those goals he scored, all 4 of them, just good finishes, and I'm happy. I'm happy for him as well. Who, I've been giving him stick because I know that's what I know he can do. I know he can score, and I know he can play better. And that's what I want to see more of. But again, I don't think he'll start in the Premier League. But as an option, great option off the bench if you need a goal, because if the ball drops to him, in the back of the net. The next thing you have to say is Daniel Farke said, the day was made for it. I couldn't have painted a better picture. He was not on the pitch because his name is Gray. Of course, talking about Harry Gray's debut. Sometimes managers throw players to show bravery, but this is our philosophy. We like what we see in training today. Not a gift. He earned his place in the squad, which is very I'm happy that Harry Gray got to make his debut for Leeds United, and he actually Farke there saying he didn't just get it because his name's Gray or because we were winning. It's because he earned it. He earned that spot, and I'm happy that he got that spot and was able to honestly do very well with that spot. Like, he came on. The thing is, he didn't do I'm happy he got his debut. Did he do a lot? No, but it's his debut. I mean, yeah, but I'm happy for Harry Gray getting his debut. I'm just over the moon that we're in the Premier League. Daniel Falkland said, "I normally celebrate with cake and coffee on the sofa. I'm at an age where I'm tired after a game. I'm just happy where when I can watch a golf on the sofa. If I could back one side at Burnley at Sheffield United, but guess what? They lost. They win today. They will win their last two. But they lost. Sheffield United falling apart. Blades are falling apart again. Anyway, so the next thing Daniel Fark had to say is he went on and said, if there's anything to celebrate, I will be a fire beast, which is something in German, I think. There'll be much more than cake and coffee on the menu. Other drinks, I'll be the first on the table. God, fuck. I mean, you could. I mean, the celebrations after we confirmed promotion and fuck. I mean, oh, it was great. It was great. Is that all that he said? That's all that was said after the game. Yeah, but yeah, great performance. I mean, we can talk about some of those performances. There's one player I want to talk to. I saw these stats. Jayden Bogle versus every other right back in the out of every single fullback in the championship. This is his stats. Jayden Bogle, touches in the box first. Yeah, deep completions first, goals first. Through ball passes completed, first. Defensive duels, second. Defensive duels, 1, second. Duels, second. Duels, 1, second. Progressive actions, second. Progressive carries, second. Dribble attempts, second. XG, second. XG plus XA, second. Successful dribbles, third. Offensive duels, third. Offensive duels, 1, third. Goals and assists combined, third. Not bad for a player that we got told couldn't defend. Not bad for a fullback who people were trying to say before when we signed him, the Sheffield United fans, I remember trying to say he can't defend. Can't defend. Probably the best fullback in the championship this season. Besides, I mean, Firpo. I mean, that's probably the only other, probably legit Bogle and Firpo. Oh my God. Like, those stats, like, Jayden Bogle, take a bow. Jayden Bogle, you know, he started a bit like he had a bit of a shaky start in the first game, like his debut was a bit shaky, but since then he's been absolutely brilliant, Jayden Bogle, and I'm happy he's been that good because he's been massive in this season. But yeah, the performance, let's get into the performance. I mean, Carl Darlow, we don't know really much to talk about him. What's his stats like? Because he didn't really do anything, did he? He made one save throughout the entire game. Yeah, he didn't need to do anything, but that's fine. Junior Firpo, I think, had a good game. I think he was all right. He won his stats. He completed 51 out of 58 passes. That's good. He had 76 touches through the entire game. He played He played 78 minutes. So 78 minutes with 76 touches and 51 out of 58% accurate passes, which was 88%. He played 4 key passes. He had 1 shot which was off target. He had a shot blocked, and yeah. But let's get into Jayden Bogle, because Jayden Bogle this game was unbelievable. He was a brilliant Jayden Bogle. This performance from Jayden Bogle was unbelievable. He played 77 minutes. Yeah, he had what did he do? He got 1 assist. Of course, he got 1 assist. He had 1 clearance. He had 8 ground duels. Won every single one of them. Won 8 out of 8 ground duels. Aerial duels, he won 2 out of the 3. Possession lost, he lost it 14 times. He was fouled once. 62 touches, 29 out of 41% accurate passing, 71%. He made 1 key pass. What else did he do? He had dribble attempts 3, and they were all successful. He had 2 shots, which were both off target. But Jayden Bogle, just performance-wise, I thought was brilliant. Jayden Bogle also became the first Leeds United player to have 8+ ground duels and win every single one of them in a league game for over 6 years, which was Liam Cooper against Reading in 2018. So since 2018, where Liam Cooper did that against Reading, no other player has had 8+ ground duels and won every single one of them. And guess what? Jayden Bogle did. Jayden Bogle did. Brilliant. Also, Harry Gray became the first ever Leeds United player to make his debut and celebrate promotion on the same day. That's a stat. That's a great stat. Joel Pirro. I mean, let's look at Joel Pirro as well. Fastest Leeds United hat trick from kickoff in the club's history. So fastest hat trick, first 20 minutes. Actually, it was 19 minutes. 19 minutes hat trick, bang. First Leeds player to score 4 goals in a first half in a competitive game as well. Joel Pirro. Also, Joel Pirro, there's another stat here. Joel Pirro became the first Leeds player to score 4 goals in a single league game at Ellen Road since Brian Dean in a 6-1 win over QPR back in 2004. That's a long time ago. No, long time ago. I would have been, 2 years old? Jesus, I would have been 2. Yeah. Harry Gray also becomes the youngest member of the Gray family to make his debut. Yeah, he gets the spot as the youngest. Also, another club record is Patrick Bamford eclipses John Pearson's club record of 60 appearances as a substitute with his 61st appearance off the bench. So Patrick Bamford becomes the club record for player to come off the bench the most as well. So that's another record that we got. A lot of records on this day. You know, Daniel Farke. Daniel Farke this season just been brilliant. Everything's been breaking records. Yeah, we've been breaking records all over the place, haven't we, this season? I mean, Daniel Farke's broken so many of them. There's some, there's a bunch today with Pirro, with Bogle, Bamford. We're just breaking all these records. Like, I mean, that performance as well. Pirro's probably going to win the Golden Boot, like top goal scorer now, whatever they call it. Yeah, he's going to be top goal scorer now because Borja signs his second on 17, while Joel Pirro is on 19, so he's 2 ahead. And I don't think I think Joel Pirro's got it, like, he might draw. Like, I could see Pirro not scoring in the next 2. Like, I could see that. But I think he will, Borja Sainz could make it even, but I don't think he'll get above him. So I do think Joel Pirro will finish as one of the top, if not the only top goal scorer, which is very good. I want to see if there's any more of these stats, basically. There's no more of these stats, no more of these records that we've broken or anything. Anything else? Leeds United created a staggering of 8 big chances against Stoke City today, a club record, high since 2018 in August when the stats started. I mean, Daniel Farke's managerial record in the Championship. I mean, 228 games, and he won 125 of them, drawn 60, only lost 43 games. Like, he's had 5 seasons in the Championship. He's won 435 points with a win rate of 54.8%, a points per game of 1.91, and 3 promotions. I mean, Daniel Farke. I would love us now we need to win I want us to win the league. I want us to win the title. Yeah, make sure everyone smash a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are nearing 600 subscribers. We're actually very close to 600 subscribers. I think we're 11 away at the moment as I speak. We are 11 away, I think. Let's check. Yeah, we are 11 away. And make sure to check out the video that I released, which is basically just me reacting to Burnley and Sheffield United's 2 games when they play each other and their other games, which, yeah, especially the end, because I'm so happy that we got it over. I didn't think we were going to get it done this weekend, to be honest. I thought it was going to go into the Bristol game, but yeah. So which teams in the Premier will you and Burnley be above come to the end of the season? We mean none. The thing is, I understand why people say stuff like this. I do understand because the last 2 seasons you've had 6. You've had the same teams go up and go down, right? I understand this. But the recruitment from these teams has been poor. Let's be real. The recruitment from these teams have been poor. They haven't had great recruitment. You look at this season, everybody knew Ipswich was going to be very, very hard for Ipswich. Very hard. And I think for Ipswich, the best thing they could do, I mean, they would want to stay in the Premier League, of course, but them coming down, they're going to try and build something of coming down, keeping most of their squad, and then going up again and trying to then, because they have to work hard. Then you look at Leicester, right? Leicester, I mean, they got rid of their coach. The first thing they did, their manager goes to Chelsea. Yeah. Maresca goes to Chelsea. And then look at their season, and their players, they got a good team, right? They got promoted from the Championship, so they had a good team. But they just, and everyone, Southampton, I kind of knew once they went up, they were going down, because if you watch that full Championship season, if you watch the Championship, Leeds were clear of Southampton. That's it. You just knew Southampton weren't going to stay in the Premier League. You just knew that. But I do understand. But the recruitment from the teams last season, well, this season and the season before, have not been they've not been good. You got to get your recruitment right. And Leeds United are going to spend 150 to 200 million on players. We're going to try and get this recruitment right. And I do have the worst thing is for me, especially, I always say this. If next season all three teams go down again, then there is a massive worry. If next season all three teams go down again, that's when I'm going, okay, the gap is stupid. The gap is stupid, and they got to do something to fix it, because otherwise, what's the point of league when there's no competition? I do understand this comment, but I believe that we'll get our transfers right, because as I've already said, you look at the squad that we've got this season. I said this at the start. Tanaka, 3 million. Look at the signings. Tanaka, 3 million. We got Rothwell in as our fourth choice, and he became probably one of our better players. We've had a lot of good. Every player's basically been good this season. But you bring in Rothwell, Ampadu and Grub both get injured. We have to bring him in. At the start, people weren't expecting a lot, and then he became a really good player for us this season. The recruitment's been great. Bogle. You look at Rodon we brought back after a loan spell. The recruitment that the 49ers have done have been almost perfect in the last two seasons. They've almost been perfect besides two players, maybe. Two players probably, and that's about it. Besides that, their recruitment have been absolutely perfect. Yeah. Thanks, mate. Everyone goes to subscribe to Danny Talksport as well. Go subscribe to him. Yeah, as I was saying, the whole because I do as I said, I do understand. But when we're going to be spending probably more money, and it's not even just us. I look at Burnley as well. Burnley, if they get their recruitment right, can stay in the Premier League. If they get their recruitment right, they can stay in the Premier League. And I think every football fan in general wants there to be actually a competition next season. They want a relegation battle. They want jeopardy. What's the point of football if the same 17 teams are just going to be in the league year after year after year after? You need competition. And I think next season, if it doesn't happen, then I don't think anyone will stay up ever again. Especially teams that don't have parachute payments. Teams without parachute payments, I do not know if they're ever going to be a team with no parachute payments that stay up. I just don't think they'll ever happen again, or it might not happen. It might not happen in a long, 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 long time. But yeah, we're going up. Let's go. I'm so happy. I'm so happy we're going up. I'm so happy that we got this done and we didn't have to wait till the final day and all that. Hypothetically speaking, if Leeds had the option to sign Jose Mourinho over Daniel Farke, would you stick with Farke or change to a manager that is? I don't know. I think Farke's a good manager, right? I look at Farke and I think he's a good manager. Mourinho has, the history and all that, and you look at that. And Mourinho is the type of manager that would be perfect for Leeds United. He would get the whole, it's us against the world and all that. He would fit it perfectly. But I'm fine with Daniel Farke. But I do I know the whole Jose Mourinho, and I've heard all this about Jose Mourinho. But I think Farke's next season, I think he's going to prove a lot of people wrong, which I hope he does, because I think look at the Norwich team. I mean, people keep bringing up the Norwich team. He spent, he got to spend 9 million and lost his best player. What do you expect him to do in the Premier League when he's only allowed to spend 9 million? That is absolutely mad. Imagine someone had to spend 9 million now. Would they break the lowest points record? I mean, Southampton nearly did. But I honestly think a team that only spends 9 million now would struggle to get 7 points? But back then, they got relegated with ease because you spent 9 million. You got to give him a chance. But I know the hypothetical is Mourinho. But I like Farke, and I think Farke's good enough. And I think next season Farke will show that, hopefully. I do know there's going to be, throughout the entire season, all we're going to get is, especially on Twitter, I know this throughout the entire season of what we're going to get. We're going to get people on Twitter saying Farke out, Farke out, Farke out, all over Twitter. for like most of the season because we're going to be near the bottom. Because we're not going to. I'm not going to go into the season and be like, oh yeah, we're finishing 10th, 12th. We're probably going to finish 16th, 17th, 18th. That gap. It's probably going to be 16, 17, 18. And I know 18 is relegation, exactly. But I think it's going to be right there. I think it's going to be 16, 17, or 18, maybe 15th. Maybe. I mean, yeah, but that's the thing is the gap is that big that I'm like, just survive. The first year, you got to just survive. You got to do what Forest did. Or you got to do what Villa did. I know Villa got lucky because the watch wasn't working. The goal line technology wasn't working, or whatever the hell. But you got to do that. You got to stay up in in 17th. You got to stay up in the final place, or maybe just one above, right? That's probably what we have to do, and then you got to build from that. You got to actually build from that because the last time we did that, look what happened. We signed players that didn't care about the club and didn't want to be here, really. We signed players that just wanted to play in the Premier League and didn't care about the club. You got fake Warriors. Everyone knows who you're talking about. But yeah, and you look at like this time, I think the 49ers are going to actually get players that have quality. They're going to get the quality players. I mean, the last time we got promoted to the Premier League, we were able to get Rodrigo Moreno, for fuck's sake. We were able to get a player on the level of that at Leeds United after getting promoted. We're a big club. We can get these bigger players than maybe like, I'm not saying these big players that are like very, very good already, like top players, but players that are known like Rodrigo was played in Europe, playing the Champions League, Valencia. You look at that, right? And you look at that, it's Leeds United. I don't see teams like Burnley being able to do that. I don't see teams like Burnley being able to do that and get those type of players. I think Leeds United also has a massive pull on players because of the history. And I think people know about the history. I want Daniel Farr to do well as well. And as the entire team, yeah. However, as this team does fail next season, everyone's morals will drop drastically. Yeah, but I guess a fail is relegation, right? Like if we just stay up, it's a success. I guess. I mean, staying up is a success. Yeah, staying up is a success. But yeah, I do understand that. But I honestly, I could see us getting relegated. So I think I understand fans are different, and like Twitter is not real half the time. And you look at that, it's not real half the time. The way people react, I look at relegation next season as like it's probably it's a big possibility, but we have the possibility to stay up. There's more of a chance of us getting relegated than staying up. But if we get that recruitment right, I just believe that we'll stay up. But yeah, but I think it's more like what are people's expectations? Because people can have wild expectations like, oh yeah, we should be finishing mid-table, or like we should be finishing 13th or whatever. So I do. It's a risk. Next season's going to be a massive risk. It's going to be everything's going to have to be perfect. Like I've always said this about when you get promoted, you have to get everything perfect. Every player besides maybe like one player you sign has to be perfect. They have to be Premier League ready. They have to be Premier League ready. That's the thing. Yeah, it is a massive risk. It is. It is a massive risk. And I think Daniel Farr he deserves a chance. The thing is, we'll get into the Premier League. We'll play the first 5-6 games, I reckon, and then we will readjust where we are at and where we are at, and then we'll decide, okay, what should we do now? Is Farr good enough? Are we in a good position? Not even just the points. Like, say we are in the relegation zone at the time in 18th, let's say we're 4 points off safety at the time after 6 games. But we can see it building, and we can see the performances in the team, and we can actually see it's more performances for me and what I see on the pitch than I know points are massive. I understand that, but if we see just that we have if we see the performances, it comes down to performances. Like if we're looking at the performances and we're just doing bad performances and we're getting beaten 4-5-0 and we're just terrible, then yeah, go bye fuck. But I think he deserves a chance, and I that recruitment. And I think Fark's style of football is going to be good for the Premier League. Because I think people should know what we're going to be doing in the Premier League is probably more sit back, counter-attack, We got the perfect winger for that. We got Daniel James. We got the perfect winger just for balls over the top. He's going to get in behind. And his finishing's improved massively since coming to Leeds. Since the championship. His finishing actually improved. So maybe he can get a lot of goals. But like I look at the players, we're going to need some pace up top, which is why another reason why I don't think Pirro starts in the Premier League, because we do need that. We need a pacey strike. We do need a fast striker, because we're going to be counter-attacking a lot. But yeah, I understand the whole thing. The quality of players means nothing if your manager is stubborn and not ruthless enough to drop his favourite players for the better of the team. Yeah, I understand but the only thing Falk really got wrong was Meslier. I mean, we all know that he got Meslier, but the rest of the team I think is fine. Like people will hammer like other players, like people will hammer Gruev, who since coming into the team when he's played next to Tanaka every single game, I'm pretty sure I've said he's played better than Tanaka, but he still gets it. Like I do understand the whole stubbornness, but I do believe that next season in the Premier League, Meslier won't be here, in my opinion. Meslier will be gone. I'm fine with Darlow staying as our backup, by the way. I think that's what we should. Just keep Darlow as our backup. Keep Darlow as our backup goalkeeper, and Meslier can go off as a champion, basically. You know, and I don't think Fox that stubborn. I think every manager's stubborn, right? Every manager in world football is stubborn to some degree. And they believe that everything they do is going to work because you have to. But I'm still I'm confident that Fark will get it right. On the pitch. I believe the 49ers will get it right off the pitch and get the right signings in. And I understand about but I think Fark's system will work in the Premier League, hopefully. Like, because I mean, I see people saying, "Oh, get rid of him." Who for? Like, who for? Like, are we going to really do what Leicester did? But you get rid of your manager before the Premier League season starts. For me, that basically says, yeah, we're done. We're resigned to relegation. For me, that's what it says. Like, if you have to give him a chance, because other managers will look at that and say, well, this guy broke points records, got to 50 wins, the fastest in history, the quickest to 50 wins, broke all these records, the goal scoring record, the points, getting 90 points in 2 seasons in a row. If we let him go, other managers will go, hang on a minute. You're not going to give him a chance after he's legit broken all these records and done all this with the club. You're just going to, I'm not coming there because I don't think I'll be, like, my future's not going to be set there. But yeah, I understand the stubbornness, and as I said, every manager's stubborn, but I think Fark will get it right. I agree, going back to what you said about the recruitment was almost spot on last season. There is a larger chance of staying up next season compared to Burnley and Sheffield United. Yeah, I agree. We have a better chance than Sheffield United and Burnley, but I also think Burnley can stay up. Like, I also think Burnley can stay up if they get their stuff right, because I think defensively, that's what helps you stay in the Premier League. You need to have a strong defense, and if they can keep Trafford, I don't think they will, but if they can somehow keep Trafford for next season, I think they can stay up as well. You need a strong defense, and I think we've got a very strong defense with Bogle, Rodon, Strauch, and then you got our new left back. I think Firpo's gone, so I think we get a new left back. Byram is the backup. I think we give Byram a new deal and just have him as a backup on the bench, because I think defensively I trust him. I trust Byram defensively, so I'm like, if there's an injury, I trust you to come in for a couple of games and do a job, because I know you're good defensively. So Sam Byram can stay as a bench option. You're going to have Firpo gone, so you're going to have to sign another. That's like a big signing as well. The left back, the starting left back, Sam Byram on the bench. You're going to have what? You're going to have Rodon, Strauch, and a new signing, because Strauch's injury record has been Strauch's injury history, right? Like recent times, especially, he's never had a good. I think he's had 4 injuries this season. He's had a couple this season. He was injured last season as well. I mean, what does it tell you when, in my opinion, we look better with Ampadu at centre back? I think Ampadu and Rodon's a better partnership. That's nothing on Strauch. I just think they work better together. I think Rodon and Strauch have a good partnership, but I just think Ampadu and Rodon, for some reason, have a better one. I think I like Ampadu back there because he sprays balls over the top, and he has more time to think about it and more time to actually ping the pass over. but I don't want Ampadu starting in the Prem at centre back. I do not want him in the Premier League at centre back. I don't think that's good. I don't think he's good enough to be a Premier League centre back. I think good in midfield. Start him in midfield's fine, but not a centre back. But yeah, so I would say Strauch and a new signing. Then you're going to have probably Rodon and a new signing, a new backup for Rodon. But I mean, Rodon never gets injured, really, does he? He never gets injured, but you do need that backup just in case. Then you got Bogle, and you have to sign a backup as well. And then goalkeeper, well, we need a new goalkeeper. Then you keep Darlow as the backup. So I think our defense is very strong for next season. I mean, you look at the championship this season and the goals conceded. How many goals have we conceded this season? Were goals against? We've conceded 29 goals this season, and you could probably put, if I'm being nice, 11 on Melier, and that's being nice. Probably like in reality, it's probably about 14 or 15 on Melier. And then you look at Burnley, who have only conceded 15 goals, and I look at that, two strong defenses going into next season. Maybe it might be different. Now, I do expect Burnley. I do expect Burnley to get relegated more than us. But if you build a good defensive foundation, it's about defense. You start with your defense and you build your defense, which I think we've done. We have built our defense ready. And then you need and then even look in front of them. You know, you're going to have Ampadu in front of them. You're going to have either Gruev or Tanaka. Gruev or Tanaka. You're going to have Ampadu. And then probably we'll sign another one because I don't know if we're going to sign Rothwell. I'll be fine with Rothwell signing, but I think we could do better. Like, that's nothing on Rothwell. I just think we could sign a better midfielder backup than him. Maybe a younger one, maybe a younger midfielder, a younger player. I think we could do. But yeah, we'll go back off topic. We'll go back onto the Stoke game. I mean, the players there's two players I want to talk about next. The last two players I actually want to talk about is Solomon, starting with Solomon. I mean, his performance as well. I mean, 90 minutes played. He got 2 assists in this game. I mean, his second assist for Nonto's goal was brilliant. That cross over the top, just whipped it over the top. Nonto had a goal. Very good. Very good assist. He had 66 touches with 42 out of 51% completed, which is 82%. He played 4 key passes. He played, 5 crosses. 1 was accurate. I mean, no one's good with crossing, is he? Are they at Leeds United? Besides Rothwell. He might be the only one. He had 1 shot on target. He had 1 shot blocked. He had 1 dribble attempt, which was successful. He had 4 ground duels and won 3 of the 4, which is good. He was fouled twice, lost the ball 15 times, and yeah, overall good performance. And the man of the moment, the man who scored 4 goals, he scored a hat trick in 19 minutes. Jean Pirou, playing 66 minutes, scoring 4 goals with an XG of 1.35. He got 4 shots on target, so clinical, 4 from 4. 1 dribble attempt, which was successful. He had 18 touches throughout the game. Again, look, he has no touches, but you can't criticize the performance when they score 4 goals. But he only has 18 touches. Accurate passing, he had 8 out of 11, which is 73%. He had ground duels, he had 2, which he won 1. Aerial duels, he had 3, and he won 1. He actually won an aerial duel. He was offside twice, and that's about it. Yeah, Joel Pirro, good performance, and it's just that he doesn't touch the ball a lot, which for me, you can't be a Premier League striker and do that unless you're Erling Haaland playing for Man City. You can't be a player. You can't be a striker with 18 touches in the Premier League at Leeds United. That's not going to work. I really hope Solomon completes a deal. Yeah, I think we will. I think personally, I would pay anything between 20 million and below for Solomon, like 15 to 20 million. I think it'll be like 15 to 20 million, which I'm fine. He'll be our starting winger. For me, I think he'll be our starting winger, which, I mean, the starting wingers are probably going to be Solomon and DJ. You know, they're going to get the chance at the start of the season to start on the wings. I mean, another big position is the number 10. Who do we get? I mean, we'll go through that after the season ends and we get near the transfer window and we can actually talk about transfers. But the number 10's a massive one. I think Aronson's fine as a bench option. I think Aronson's a good player off the bench that will, if we need a goal in the last, say, 20, 25 minutes and we're losing, like, by a goal or it's level, or even if we're winning, you bring Aronson on and say, just press the life out of him because he does that so well. I think in this team, Aronson doesn't get the credit because Pirro doesn't move at all and doesn't press, right? Aronson has to do all that work, and I think he does it very well, which is what I think he's gonna do next season. To be honest, I think we're gonna use him as a bench option. Basically, I could see him getting a chance, like first game of the season, Brendan Aronson, because he played more minutes than any other player. Like he played more minutes than any other outfield player in the squad. I could see Fark being like, first game of the season, here's your chance, go take it, Brendan. Like I would like that. I would like him to get a chance to start because he's played more minutes than any other player, so he's earned it, in my opinion. I would like that. But Aronson's going to be a good bench option to have. And I think we're going to have a really good squad next season. It's going to be sad to see a couple of players leave, probably like Firpo. Like Firpo might stay, but probably is going. Yeah, Bamford as well. It's going to be a sad for a couple of players leaving. More Bamford, especially for me because 6 years at the club, for me a legend. Like I'm not saying a legend in the term of he won everything, but if we win the title this season, that's 2 titles for him. Two league titles for Bamford, which good for him. I think he goes at the end of the season because I don't think we're paying $70K a week. The only way I can see him staying is if we go, okay, we don't have I can see him. The only reason I can see him staying is being like, no one wants him. And the club being like, well, we don't want to pay him $70K a week, so we'll give him like a 2-year deal on like reduced wages as a bench option, like very, very reduced. As like, I don't know what a bench option normally is on wages wise, but basically put it down. I mean, if he wants to stay, if Bamford wants to stay and wants to take that a massive wage cut and stay at the club next season as a bench option, I'm fine. If he does what he's been doing in the last couple of games, if Bamford comes on and does what he's done in the last couple of games in the Premier League when we're winning by a goal, a very tight game, and he's there holding it up, winning fouls, and just slowing the play down and helping us to end matches like he's doing right now, I'll be fine with that because I think he's good at that. He's good at holding up the ball and stuff. But yeah, I think Firpo goes. Firpo's probably the main one, really, if you think about players leaving that I'm going to be sad about, really. It's Firpo and Bamford. They're like the 2 that I'll be sad about. I mean, Solomon, I think we sign him, so I don't think he's going. But yeah, they're the ones I'm kind of being like, oh. But yeah, you got to move on as a club all the time. Sentiment doesn't mean as much as it used to. Under Bielsa, we had all this like sentiment because of the squad, and like it felt like a family. It felt like Bielsa, it felt like that team was like a family. Like we were part of the team, and that's why I love all those players. Like everyone that played under Bielsa, all those players that played in that first Premier League season, love them, and I think like all these fans do. But like when I look at the team now, I'm like, and I look at the gap between the Championship and the Premier League has improved way since then. Like since 2020, it's improved that much that there's no sentiment left in football. You can't be sentiment anymore. Could you imagine going up from the Championship to the Premier League like with Bielsa's squad of this season? I know we finished 9th that season, but God, I think we would have struggled if that was the squad for this season because I just think the levels have like risen basically. But hopefully next season we can stay up. I mean, we've still got 2 games left. Hopefully we can go win the title because I want us to win the title, and then we can chill and we can go watch the playoffs. That'll be fun. We can actually watch the playoffs happy now. Rothwell. Rothwell for me, I would like him to come back. I'll be fine with him being our bench option as another option off the bench. Someone that can take a set piece as well. I mean, we need some of them. We need to make some signings that can take set pieces, at least one. But yeah, I'd like Rothwell to come back. But I just think we could do a bit better. But yeah, I do like Rothwell. But if he comes back, I'll be like, good option off the bench. Good player. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream now. Hope you guys enjoyed. The next video I'll do will probably be, it will be the preview. It'll be the preview probably, unless something comes out of any news or anything, which I don't think it will. But yeah, if you guys like the stream, make sure to like the stream. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.